Hello everybody, so excited to see you again. Today we're talking about God can change anything in a blink of an eye. So that would be our focus today. In one of the Bible stories I love that I just think is amazing is in Luke 8, where the woman with the issue of blood, she was suffered for many years, and she went to many physicians, and the only thing they didn't help her. They just made things worse. She just got worse and worse, and she was suffering terribly. And she decided she knew that Jesus would make her well, and she set her mind on it, and she crawled and she made it to him, and she touched the hem of his garment. So that's kind of why I believe she was crawling, because she was touching the bottom of his garment and there were crowds around him. And then the amazing thing is that Jesus was like, who touched me? And the disciples were like, there's all kinds of people touching you. There's people all around you. They're everywhere. And so they were trying to figure out, what are you talking about? We don't understand what you mean, because there was so many people touching him. And he said, no, power went out from me. And then the lady, the woman, she admitted that she had been the one who touched him, and she was now healed. And she was scared, because she was like, oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble because I snuck up on him. But so it was so neat. And then Jesus said, your faith has made you well. And it was amazing, because Jesus didn't even know she was there, and he didn't even choose to heal her. He didn't pray for her or do anything. She believed, and so she got well. And that one is one of the most amazing stories to me. And if you have time, make time. Go in there and read Luke 8 and read about it, and just see how amazing that is. Because Jesus didn't need, he was just out there doing stuff, and he's got all these people talking to him, and then all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, somebody touched me. And there were tons of people touching him, but she touched him, and she was expecting to get healed, and she believed, and she got well. She was made well. And that kind of goes, if you have time to look at Mark 6, where Jesus went back to his hometown, and he was only able to heal like very few people, because they didn't believe him. They realized that's the carpenter who grew up here, and they decided he couldn't help them. He just marveled at their unbelief, and he was only able to heal a few sick people, and he wasn't able to do any amazing miracles there. And that was sad, because of their unbelief, he couldn't help them, and they didn't think there was anything special about him. So I just think looking at Luke 8 and Mark 6 would really inspire you to really focus on Jesus' promises. And remember, we have to believe in his promises, see his promises, and imagine his promises coming to pass. Don't just think, it's healing is just for certain people. No, believe that it's for you, because Jesus died for you, and he loves you. And I just think that's an amazing story, and I wanted to share that with you. And for my life, I've had many amazing things that have happened, that have been changed. Jesus has changed in a blink of an eye for me. It looks so bad, and then things turn around. One of the most recent things, I know may seem small to some people, but it was very special to me, is we had someone gave my family a baby kitten, and it actually was very sick. It was about to die, and we prayed for her. And there's a lady who helps rescue cats and help them so that they don't just suffer and die. And she was able to help us get some medicine that night, and that was definitely a prayer. answered prayer. And the neatest thing is she said, I'm going to help you. Here's some medicine to help you with the kitten. But because of the weight and because of the things going on with this baby kitten, I don't think she's going to make it. So we prayed for the kitten and we believed that she was going to be well. And it was so much of a blessing to me, because it was only like an hour, or it was I don't even know how long it was. It was just an hour or so, and she was doing amazing. So it went from the baby kitten was about to die to she's just healthy and whole. And that was the touch of Jesus. And that was the love of Jesus, because he knew our hearts. He knew how much it meant to us and how much we loved that kitten. I started talking to my family about the kitten that survived, and then they started talking about one of our favorite story about theirs that I had to just share that is so neat as well. So we had a chicken that was dying, and we all prayed for the chicken because it was dying. It was we were so upset about it. And the chicken just died, and it just stopped moving, and it was just laying limp, and it just laid there. And so we put it in a box, and my stepfather was going to throw it out to the trash. And when my stepfather went to take it, he heard something walking around in there. And my mom, she said, he's all, "Are you sure you want me to throw this away? Because there's something moving around in here." And my mom said, "There can't be. The chicken died." And he said, "Well, you might want to check, because there's something moving around in here." So she opened it up, and the chicken was alive, and the chicken was fine. And it's been for over a year, and that chicken is still healthy and doing good. So that was a miracle too. So there's been a lot of amazing things Jesus has done in my life, and I wish I could share everything. Have you had something that Jesus, and I'm sure you have you had something Jesus changed in a blink of an eye for you? Something that meant so much to you that you would like to share, and that we could put in our short segments and share with everyone? When we do that for each other, it inspires each other, and it gives us hope, and it helps us see all the amazing things that Jesus is doing. There's nothing better than hearing all the amazing things he's doing, because those are the things that we want to know about and hear, because he's out there taking care of us and doing miracles and making changes in lives. And wouldn't it be amazing if we could share those as much as we possibly can? And if you're willing to do that, please comment below, or send me something in an email, and I would love to put it on our short segment here on one of these weeks if I can, and share it with everybody, because hearing those it brightens our days, and it helps us see how much he really loves us, how much he really loves you, how much he loves each and every one of us. And it's amazing to get the chance to share those. So I just wanted to put that out there for you, and I'll put our email up on the next screen. And it is faith.by.his.love@gmail.com. Thanks. So remember, everybody, Jesus can change anything in a blink of an eye.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you for sharing all of that with us. Hearing about the miracles that God did just in that chicken and that cute little cat. That just gives us all hope, right? If he is willing to heal them, of course he's going to be willing to heal us. And one of my my favorite scriptures I like to read about is, I think it's the first healing that Jesus did, and it talks about the man laying by the pool of water in Bethesda, and that's where people would go, and I guess when the water stirred up or whatever, they thought it was healing water, and they would get in there, and supposedly they were healed. But this guy had been there 30-something years, maybe his whole life, trying to get to that pool of water to get healed, and everybody would beat him to it because obviously he couldn't walk, so people would beat him to the pool of water. So in John, it talks about he had the infirmity for 38 years, and Jesus went by him and knew he had been there, and he said, "Do you want to be made well?" And the guy told him, he said, "Sir, I have no man to put me in the pool when the water stirred up, but while I am coming, others stepped down before me." And Jesus just said to him, "Well, rise up, take your bed and walk." And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked. How simple is that? So is it that simple for us today? I believe that it is. I've seen a lot of things change in my life. Now this is a story when I had broke my wrist, and obviously it wasn't made well like immediately, right? My wrist wasn't just healed. However, while I prayed about healing, I had no pain. So I broke my wrist. That little tiny bone right here was like shattered, and I had no pain in it. I was able to go back to work the next day. I just had to keep it wrapped. I didn't have a cast. I didn't have to take pain meds. So God can do miracles in several different ways in the blink of an eye. I definitely believe that. Another great scripture that I like to read about Jesus' healing is in Matthew 4:23. Now this one talks about Jesus going all throughout Galilee, and he's preaching to everyone and teaching everyone. So he didn't just come to teach us how to be a Christian and how to have eternal life and how we should live, but he also came and he healed a lot of people, right? So we gotta understand that he didn't just come to teach us about how he wants us to live, but he also came to heal us. So we believe that he wants us healed even today, right? He made our bodies perfect. So Matthew 4:23, and this is the ESV version, and he went throughout all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom and healing every disease and every affliction among the people. No questions asked. He healed everybody, whether they were, I don't know, I guess we could say any type of sinner, whether they were liars, cheaters, thieves, doesn't matter. He healed them all the people, everyone that was sick. So let's just have that same kind of faith, know that he can heal us in the blink of an eye. If we just ask him, believe in him, and have that faith of the mustard seed like we talked about before. So like Michelle said, please send us any miracles that you've had in your life. We would love to share those, and just to read them ourselves and know how powerful our God is in our lives all the time. Talk to you soon.